I have gone above and beyond in my civil case here about trying to get the names of these Court of Appeal judges that they're refusing to release. I had to go to the federal court to ask them to issue the order, which they have refused to do for over 6 months. And there's days where I get so frustrated about this where I just want to scream. And this is definitely one of those days because the amount of work that I've done to try to get these names and how many people are protecting this. First of all, I get it. Like, what I believe I've discovered is orders being issued under false pretenses. Of course, they're going to protect it because if I'm right, that would open up the Court of Appeals, North Carolina Court of Appeals, to be investigated. Almost every case in the past since this guy's been a clerk would be at potential to have to be reviewed. The whole reason why we have a central government is so things like this don't happen. Not only have I petitioned in the Supreme Court, but I also contacted all congressional representatives. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to reach out to Jasmine Crockett because she's a ranking member of the Judiciary Oversight Committee. It's like, hi, I have evidence that the federal court is protecting the state. And then I have evidence that the Fourth Circuit has been issuing orders against pro se litigants systematically. But I realized Crockett is not my representative. So I go to Deborah Ross here, who promotes on her website that how she's a supporter and advocator for civil rights. I forward them the email that I sent to Jasmine Crockett, and I'm like, hey, by the way, just let you know, I've sent this, wondering since you are also on the Judiciary Committee, if you want to call for this investigation as well. I hear back from them finally today, and I swear I cannot tell you what it's like to be spoken to. First of all, it tells me that they can't get involved in my case, didn't ask you to, can't give me legal advice, never asked for legal advice. She had the audacity to try to tell me that there's nothing they can do. What's your job? What is your role? Well, we act on the behalf of the constituents. I'm not asking act on my behalf. I'm asking you to act on the behalf of all North Carolinians that take their case to federal court that can't afford an attorney to make sure that the courts are being fair to them. And then she tells me, have you looked into legal aid? You don't think I know about legal aid? And I said, you do realize that you can only make $20,000 per year. Are you trying to assume that I'm poor? No, I mean, they do take other cases. No, they don't. So I'm like, so just for the record, you're telling me that Deborah Ross will not help. She's not going to call for the investigation. There's just so much red tape. You're telling me that Deborah Ross is okay with the fact that a North Carolina Court of Appeals is concealing judges' names, that a federal court will not issue the order to release those. Well, I can't say the judge is doing that. Really? Well, it takes time. It's an emergency TRO. Those are issued within days, not months. When he's ruled on other motions in favor of attorneys, but won't rule on this, I said, you do realize that there's no trust in the judiciary right now, right? The lowest ever, and you guys have an opportunity to try to correct that, but you're telling me they refuse to. And then she has the audacity to apologize, but you're still not willing to do anything. This stuff is what makes me so resilient and keep pushing through, because every time somebody tells me no, I'm like, okay, tell me no again, please.